Hello, people. A very happy morning to all of you. So, guys, first of all, let me extend a very warm welcome to all my dear friends at Fortune's Fun Learning Academy. So, today we are going to begin with a new academic year 2023-24, starting with the accountancy subject. So, guys, in today's session, I'm going to bifurcate into 4 different categories. The first, session will be I'll introduce myself. The second session, I would like to, discuss the 4 pillars that is required for one to successfully complete their 12th standard. What does successfully here means? I'll explain when I do that particular session. Third, I'll discuss, I would show what are the performances that has been achieved by your seniors in the board examination 2021, right? No, 21-22. So 22-23 is the new attempt that is going on. Yeah, so 21-22's performances, in the accountancy subject specifically, that I'm going to discuss with all of you. And finally, I'll be discussing with you the syllabus of 2023 and 24. So let's start the session, guys. So my name is Prathik Jain. I'm a chartered accountant by profession and a teacher by hardcore passion. I started my career in the year 2011 working with a multinational auditing firm by name Deloitte. So I was there about nearly 4.5 years, where in the first 3 years, I served as an article assistant, which is a compulsory norm as per the CA course. So thereafter 1 year, I served as an audit executive. And in 2015, after qualifying as a CA, I served in Deloitte for nearly about 6 months, 6 months as a qualified CA as an associate manager. Having gathered a massive experiences working in different, industries, I moved on to become a senior finance manager, heading the accounts and finance department for an agri-based private limited company. I was at the age of 25 heading this department, whereas all the other department heads were all 35, 40 plus. Having again gathered a massive industry experience of 1.5 years, I moved on to start my own CA practicing firm for about 2 years. During which I realized that my inclination was, more towards teaching, guiding, and mentoring people. So at the last portion of my CA practice, I started, taking classes. I started my classes with, GST, sessions for accountants and the GST practitioners. And then COVID happened. And then Fortune's Fun Learning Academy happened. So we started with 11th and 12th. So we started this academy, Fortune's Fun Learning Academy, in the year 2019-20, where I initially started taking classes for 11th state board, 12th state board, and only 11th CBSE. Then the next academic year, we launched Kalpavriksha Academy, where we started coaching classes for CAs. And then 12th CBSE started from that year onwards, from 2021. That was the first batch of 12th CBSE for mine. So since then, the journey has been continued, and I'm really looking forward, to contribute in all possible ways into a maximum level where we can build a very good conceptual understanding and a base for the accounting subject. Because I feel accountancy by far is a subject which could be conceptually understood. There is no need to by heart any format, any formulas, or mugging anything. So you ask a why question till the very end why, I'll be in position to answer that. Unlike mathematics, this is not a case where you have to by heart anything. It is such a conceptual subject. It's pure logic-oriented subject, and scoring 95 plus or even touching 100 is not a big deal. So with that confidence, I want to start today's session. So each and everyone here in this room today or in the classroom today, we have to strive to get that 100 or 100. Sir, is it possible to get 100 in CBSE? 100% yes. If you don't believe, I can show you something. You can have a look at this. This is my student who was from the batch 21-22. She's happened to score 99 in accountancy. She lost 100 just, by 1 mark. And who's the villain in that? Your so-called MCQs, right? So had she got that one MCQ right, you'd have had 100 in 12 CBSE. So this is not something which is impossible. 100% is possible. So today I'm, really hoping that somebody from this room, will fill in that gap, break Siddhi's record, and get 100 for us. So who's that? I don't know, but 100% is possible. The second highest mark that we got is Again, 98 from Kikani. So Siddhi was from Tips. Anybody from Tips here? No. Kitna from Kikani. Sanjay, 98 in accountancy. Sanjay is from Camford University. No, Camford International. Yeah, sorry. Bala Sarvesh, 98 in accountancy. Again, Kikani. CP Krishna, 98 in accountancy. Again, from this thing, KV, Kendra Vidyalaya. Kritik, 96 in accountancy. Camford. Saraswat, 95 in accountancy. And this guy is supposed to be the second highest holder in accountancy, and for which he had gained award. He belongs from PSBB school. 95 in accountancy, 95 in accountancy, 95, 94, 94, 94, so on. So 22 people in that batch have scored 90 plus. Tell me, guys, the kind of feeling what you are undergoing now, that in 11th you have only been getting somewhere in the range of 70s, 60s out of 100. I'm talking. If we include 20 mark practicals also, that is the range. So from this range to this range, is it possible? 100% possible, because these were also those students who were somewhere in that range only. But with sheer hard work, with proper planning, they were able to get this score. So 100%, this is something which is achievable. This is not out of air. I'm just trying to, create this. This is a data which cannot go wrong. Now, sir, to get this score, what is it that required? To get scoring 100, what is it that required? So I feel for you to successfully complete your examination, these are the 4 pillars that you need to take care of. When I say successful examination means, in your mind, if you have created an intention that, sir, I want to score 100 on 100 in accounts, that could be a success. Or in your mind, you could have set a target that, sir, I want to score 95 plus in accounting. So if you get 95 plus, for me, that is a success. So whatever score you want to target and achieve, keep that target. And if you achieve that target, for me, you are successful. And for you to be successful, what is required is to take care of these 4 pillars. First is right choices of classes. Even before I would say classes is very important, because being a CA, the amount of clarity that I can give it on this subject will be way higher than anybody. I'm claiming this on the recorded class with due respect to everyone. Being a CA, we have upper hand on certain concepts. We have certain visibilities, which otherwise it is lacking. So we feel that if you are here, we can give you a lot of conceptual clarity right from day one. And there is no need for you to by heart literally anything. Neither formulas nor formats, nothing. So classes is very important. So certain people don't opt for classes in the beginning. They realize that there is a need for class somewhere in the middle of your 12th standard, and some people at the fag end of 12th standard. So my admissions in the previous academic year, that is 22-23, was happening till Jan, even first week of Feb, I had admissions keeping on coming in. By the time, it's very late for you to bounce back and become successful. So classes at the right time, at right places will play a very crucial role to get 100 on 100 accountancy. And to my experience, this will contribute nearly 35% of your success. Classes would contribute only 35% of your success. A lot of people feel that if you go to Pratik sir, 100 marks is confirmed. No. Pratik sir can do what? The complex concept, the complex problem, I can simplify it and put it in your mind in a very simple way. I can repeat a lot of things in class many times and ensure that certain things will stay in your mind. But after that, there is a certain piece of work that you have to do from your end, failing which the desired goal cannot be achieved. My job is restricted only to simplified way of teaching. Teaching in a way which is very jovial, putting the concepts into your mind very nicely at the most. Now, one problem people feel. So whatever concepts you take, sir, it goes very nicely into the brain. But the faster it goes in, the faster it gets out. Putting the concepts in your head, I can do that. But you need to retain that concept in your mind and reproduce the same on right time, which is your exam. So for that, what needs to be done, I can tell you. I can suggest you the appropriate revision techniques, following which all the concepts that you learn can retain in your mind for a very long time, But I can only tell you what are those techniques. Who should practice those techniques? Tell who should practice? Loudly. No energy. Online people, nobody.
We should practice.
Who should practice?
We should practice, sir.
Right? That deal is clear. We are mature enough to understand. So these are the techniques that I can give you to help you with these kind of problems. And apart from this, you have any problem, I have the solution. That is what I always say. You have a personal problem, and I'll give you a solution. You have an educational problem, I'll give the solution. But I can only give the solution. You need to act. So classes, right choice of classes, right timings of classes will contribute to 35% of your success. Next 35% success will come from the right revision techniques, which I was talking about a few minutes ago. And these techniques will differ from subject to subject, person to person, and situation to situation. For a person who is like super intelligent, the revision technique, what he or she will follow will be different. If a person is, let's say, a little bit above average, the technique will be different. A person who is average, the technique will be different. The person who is below average, the technique will differ. It will differ from subject to subject. For practical paper, it is a different technique. For a theoretical paper, it's a different technique. So I'll give you a revision technique for all the subjects, for all kinds of people. That is my guarantee. Just because I'm taking accountancy, it doesn't mean that I'll only restrict to my subject. My aim is definitely to score 100 or 100 for accountancy. But again, being a mentor, I want you to mentor on an overall perspective so that your overall experiences of the board examination goes smooth. So the right revision techniques will contribute 35% of your success. So 35 plus 35 is how much? 70% success is defined. Next 20% of your success will come from the test what you take. Now a problem with a lot of kids is that they don't take up the test properly. They have all kinds of excuses for not taking the test. Only by taking the test, you'll understand where exactly your weakness is lying, where are all the leakages happening, how can we tap those leakages in such a way that we can overcome that difficulty. Let's suppose all of you are sailing in a boat. In boat, if we start making small holes, what will happen to that? What will happen? The water will fill in. Over a period of time, things will start sinking. Same way, even in your entire education, what you are doing through this 12, by default, there will be a lot of small holes here and there. So the leakages can be identified only when you take up the test. I don't know if you guys drive bicycle. So when the tire is puncture, when you go to the puncture shop, what does he do? He first takes the tube out from the tire. He will fill in the air. And then he will put that tube in the water. So where exactly there is a hole, in that water area, there is a bubble popping up. That is identification of the leakage. So test exactly does the same thing, where it helps you to identify your leakage. Only when the leakage is identified, you can work towards it and do the patchwork in a way that next time when the same difficulty or same chapter comes in, you will not struggle. So people don't take appropriate tests. Second important point here is that the correction of a test is very important. A lot of times people, what they do is they put a tick mark and cross mark. Just by putting a tick mark and cross mark, it will not achieve the purpose for what you're writing the test. The evaluator has to give a proper comment, where exactly the mistake is happening, where you're lacking. The training commentary is very important. So here Anita ma'am will be available for correcting all of your papers with apt comments wherever required, so that you can identify where your leakage is. Second, people stop with that. No, we'll be giving you the suggested answers for that particular question paper. You need to compare the corrected answer sheet with the suggested answers and find out what mistakes you've done in terms of presentation. Have you gone wrong? In terms of conceptual understanding, have you gone wrong? So you have to keep on analyzing. Only by that analysis, your purpose for writing the test has been accomplished. Tell me yes or no. Am I loud and clear? So if you do all these things, 100% your success is guaranteed. So now this will contribute to 20% of your success. So 35 plus 35 plus 20 is how much? 90% success guarantee. But 90% is not sufficient. We want 100% success. If you are keeping a target in your mind If you want to achieve that target, you need to fulfill 100%. So next 10% will come from the right amount of guidance that is being given from time to time on group class basis, on individual basis. Because in this entire journey of a 12th standard, there'll be a lot of places where you will tend to, get upset. You tend to get confused. There are a lot of ups and downs you're going to face. A particular situation, how to tackle, you might have a difficulty. So who will come to your rescue? Yes. So throughout the journey, you need a right amount of guidance coming to you at the right time so that you don't sink. And this is very, very crucial. And with a complete proud, I can tell you that I've handled all the students by far. Whatever has been their individual concerns till date, I have taken care of. Yeah, sometimes my schedule is too busy, so I might not be able to revert you on the very same day, but within a day or two, I come back. Be it your doubts related to your academics, be it your personal doubts, be it your career related doubts, anything and everything, I'm available. I work nearly 15 to 16 hours per day. Because when you love what you're doing, you'll naturally put in a lot of efforts without any hesitance. Right? So guys, these are the 4 pillars for you to get your successful results. Now tell me if you have any doubts in this particular segment. Please tell me. Any doubts, any queries? Hello? Online people?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Everybody. Saisha, Rishita, Purvi, Nishka, Sarthi, Janani, Idika, Hari, Lakshana, Ananya, Aditi, and Aditya. Comfortable? Am I making sense? Am I talking?
Yes.
Online people, please respond. Hello? No energy.
Yes, sir.
So now imagine, no, I'm sitting here. I start, okay, guys, today let's start partnership class today. To the first concept I'm going to teach is P&L appropriation account. If I talk like that, will you sit in my class for next 15 minutes? Impossible. So if you have a faculty in front of you pumping with energy like me, you seem to have that kind of attachment to that seat. Same way for me also, no? If I see dull, sad faces like this, you should come and see the image. Half the crowd is like, I can see that energy. Half the crowd is like, bah. Sunday morning, guys, energy. Where is that energy? Yeah, see, you are in 12th. For you, Monday to Sunday, only one thing that you have to take care of. Study, 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 study. After 12th, you do whatever you want to do, man. This is your life for next 1 year. Every Sunday morning, you'll see my face only in the beginning. So Khan is like, sir. 11th standard, we had 3 classes in the beginning. Then eventually it became 4. Now from the beginning itself, 4 class. 11th standard, 1.5 hours. You jellyfied me. Now in 12th, 2 hours. Sometime 2.5 hours it will go. What will you do? See, if you have a target to achieve 100, then boss, okay. I'm not a kind of a person who says that by getting 100 on 100, only you'll be successful in life. That is bullshit. Marks will not play any significant role in your career. Yeah, maybe for few people, for entering into some college, then that this marks is required. But otherwise, from this marks are chiller. Then why still I'm insisting on mark is because I feel the kind of effort that you put in this entire 12th, is you're going to spend almost 8 hours with me every week. You could have decided to opt something else and spend this time leisurely somewhere else also, no? But you are sacrificing that leisure and you're here coming, with the intention to learn something so that your targets of the board examinations can be achieved. So for the hard work what you take, don't you feel that you deserve to present 100 marks to yourself? It's a gift that you're giving to yourself. We don't have the habit of gifting ourselves, We don't have this habit. We don't take care of ourselves. We take care of other people. We don't take care of ourselves. So first thing why you have to get 100 is because it is a present that you're trying to give to yourself. Second, Getting 100 or 100 in 12th is a challenge. As long as CBSE is concerned, it's a huge challenge. It's not easy. Like matriculation people, you cannot get 100 just like that. You need to put a lot of hard work. So it's a challenging situation. Today, in this challenging situation, if you're able to get that 100 or 100, or even as desired in mind, that if you're getting 95 plus, if your 95 plus is your target, and if you achieve that, look at the amount of self-confidence that you generate for yourself. You have kept a target for yourself, and that target you've achieved it with that challenging environment. Look at the confidence what you generate for yourself, because life ahead is full of challenges. Today, in this challenging environment, if you're challenging yourself and pushing it to that level, then future, whenever you take up any new challenge, be it at college level, be it at the employment level, be it in your own business, you'll always remember back then in 12th, if I could successfully do it, even today, even though my path is difficult, I'll be able to successfully do it. For that confidence, what you have to get in future, you're working it right from today. You have kept a target in your mind. If you're not achieving your target, for me, you're a loser. If you give up today, then you can give up anytime in future. I cannot rely on you. Now, do you get the purpose for why we are targeting that 95 or 100 plus? I mean, 95 plus or 100? 100 plus, what will we get? 100 only we can get. Second, that 100 marks is a gift for your parents. I always tell people that parents don't want, significant, earnings from you. They want you to be happy. And they want to feel proud of your achievements. And that starts, with this 10th and 12th. You get even 100 or 100 in 8th, 9th standard, 11th standard. It doesn't matter much. But in 10th board exam, in 12th board exam, if you get 100, no. You will see your parents next 3 days, will be on calls with relatives and telling, my daughter and my son has got 100. For that moment, guys, for that moment, we are working hard. And that is a moment, once God will never come back. 10th ka moment, can you recreate now? Not possible. 12th ka moment, you can create now. Once this is gone, no, you will never get this opportunity. Don't you think that they deserve that happiness? How much they have done for us? Close your eyes and imagine all that they have sacrificed for you. I have a 2-year-old boy. I've not done a significant sacrifice for him, but yeah, in bits and parts. Imagine you're almost 16, 17 years old now. For 16, 17 years, what is the sacrifice they have done for you? You have no idea, unless until you become a parent. Today, I'm realizing one by one. When my kid was, just born, that moment was a different thing. And as he's growing, and the changes that we are, facing in our life, sometimes it is unbearable. But being a parent, sometimes it gives you joy that way also. So it's not easy. You step into the shoes of parents, you'll get to know the pain what they undergo. A lot of time they cannot even express that to you, because not every parent are as expressive as I am now. I expressly talk, but not every parent is that expressive. They keep all the happiness, sadness, everything in their heart. You expect your parents to be friend with you, but you should also take that equal effort. No? It's two ways. So don't you think your parents deserve that 100 mark, and you should give them a moment of pride that my son and my daughter has got this mark, that achievement. Worth it, man. When I completed my CA, I remember 2015. When that moment was there, we are literally looking on the screen for the, that result to pop up. All kinds of emotion running in mind, all kinds of positive, negative, all kinds of emotion. The moment that result, flashed past, everything is blank for me. For that 1 minute, my ears, eyes, everything became numb. Only one thing that was happening is tears rolling down. Here, dad is crying. Here I'm seeing mom is crying. Here I'm crying. What a scene. I wish somebody could have filmed that moment, because that is something I'll never get in my life again. So it's an achievement, guys, and they deserve it. So one, you have to give this as a return gift for yourself. Second, this is a challenging environment. If you successfully achieve this challenge, so this will give you confidence that in future, whatever challenge you face, you'll be able to successfully achieve it. Point number 3, return gift for your parents for their hard work and sacrifice. Finally, me. I'm also taking so much effort throughout the year, no? Full year. Imagine 4 classes a week, 2 hours, 8 hours. Sunday, I'm here. Instead of being with family, I'm with you because this is my new family now for next 1 year, at least. So when I'm taking so much effort for all of you, people call me at midnight, 10:30, 11. Sir, I have this doubt. I take calls. Huh? You should see my wife in the corner. She'll be like, night 10:30, what calls? I'm like, wait, very important call. This goes up to 12:30, 1 o'clock also sometimes. So my wife asked me, what is priority for you? Like academy or we? I tell both. I will never say one because wherever required, family is priority. Wherever is required, academy is priority. Because I'm taking responsibility of both people now. So how can I let even one people down? So wherever required, first priority academy. Family is automatically going on autopilot mode. Let them go happily. Wherever they need help, wherever they need my support, I'm always there. That's how it is. So for me, don't you think that I deserve that 100 to feel proud? The way Siddhi has made me feel proud, no? By getting that 99. Where is it gone? Yeah. And let me tell you, she has continued with us for CA Foundation. And she has set a all-new record of scoring 343 out of 400 in CA Foundation. So she is the first score in our academy. And this year she was top 5 all over India. The second highest, what is the mark? After 343, the second highest is 309. Look at the gap. So now I'm hunting some people from the current 22, 23, 12th batch and your batch so that somebody can break Siddhi's record. 95 is the score that she has achieved in CA Foundation. 95 in accountancy, CA Foundation, impossible, very difficult. Touching 60, 70 itself is a big deal for in CA Foundation. Accountancy I'm talking about. 95 she has touched. Mathematics MCQ paper with negative marking, she's touched 90. I cannot even imagine somebody getting 19 mathematics. That to MCQ paper negative marking means what? For every one wrong question, there's a 0.25 negative marking. And you know that foundation papers are not that easy. So she set next level record. So now she's doing intermediate with us. This is the journey that we're trying to create. So anybody who's planning to do CA course, right from 11th, if they are with us, we can mold and shape them in excellent way, where they can clear in first attempt, not only clear, but score with gracious marks. That is the passion with which we drive. So guys, okay, not okay? Fine. Good amount of motivation to start with. Online people, what say?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Only one person saying yes. Others are not responding.
Yes.
Aisha, Rishita,
Yes, sir.
Purvi,
Yes, sir.
come on, people. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Video off hai. Kiska off hai? Lakshana, no. Hariharan video is off. Sarthi video is off. Purvi video off. Please switch it on.
Sir, I've been trying to turn it on. It's not working. I'll try get it fixed by next one.
Done. No problem. Now, guys, we are stepping into the last part of today's discussion, which is the syllabus of your accountancy. Unfortunately, CBSE has not released the syllabus for 23 and 24. The syllabus what you're seeing on your screen is for 22, 23. 23, 24 syllabus will get released somewhere in the month of April. But why I'm discussing this with you is to get a base idea that what are the topics that you're going to deal with and what are the weightages for each and every segment. So you have, so totally your board paper is for 80 marks. You have to achieve through your board examinations, right? 20 marks you will achieve through your projects and internals. So with that, you'll get your complete 100 marks. That is the target, 100 or 100. Now this 80 marks ka breakup is what I'm going to discuss. So out of this 80 mark, the first 36 marks should come from your partnership firm, accounting for partnership firm. Sir, is this syllabus final? No. I'm hoping the same syllabus will continue, but CBSE, always comes with attitude. You judge me, I'll prove you wrong. So don't be surprised if the syllabus changes next month, because that happened last year. I'll tell you what happened last year. That pain, I only know. So 36 marks comes from accounting for partnership firm, and this comprises of 7 chapters, 7 deadly chapters. Like that, you will think that it's not that deadly. When I'm here, why to fail? The next 24 marks will come from your accounting for companies. This will have again two chapters: accounting for issue of share capital, accounting for issue of debentures. So this is basically your volume 1 of TS Grade 1, and this is basically your volume 2 of TS Grade 1. So 7 plus 2, how many chapters? 9 big chapters. So 36 plus 24 is 60 marks covered. So from the first two volume, 60 marks will be targeted. Then your next 20 marks will come from your financial statement analysis, which is your volume 3. In volume 3, as of now, in the existing syllabus of your seniors, we have 3 chapters. One is financial statement. Second is ratio, accounting ratios, and third is cash flow statement. So analysis of financial statement here comprises of 2 chapters. One is financial statement, another is ratio. Both put together 12 marks, good 12 marks. In that, this first chapter, financial statement, is there. No? Most of the schools, they'll ask you to do self-study. Some schools, they will explain outer line like this, this, over. 1 to 2 periods maximum, game over. You know how much time I spent? I spent 5 classes to do financial statement. It's a new format of your balance sheet, which you have never seen so far, with a lot of new terms inside. So completing in 1 or 2 classes, it is impossible. You will have to spend 8 to 10 hours with me to understand this topic properly. Why? Because only if you understand this topic, your ratios, accounting ratios and cash flow statement, you'll be in position to do, or else you'll be screwed. Right? So financial statement and ratio put together 12 solid marks. And finally, the cash flow statement is for 8 marks. So these both come from volume 3 of your TS Grade 1 book. So this is the weightage. Now, why I'm not going with the syllabus is because actually the syllabus is something which has surprised us last year. They deleted one chapter, very important chapter from last year. And that chapter was never deleted even during COVID time. Even that COVID 2 years gone by, no? Even in that period, CBSE had that chapter. But somehow I don't know what khujli they had last year. They removed our NPO. And why I'm upset for that is because last year when we started, not only me, every school we started with their NPO only. Last March when we started with NPO. 10 marks on the board examination point of view. And April we get to know that NPO is Govinda, oh Govinda. So this time we are very careful that not to begin with NPO. So 2 possibilities, either NPO will not come, so existing syllabus will continue, or else CBSE will like judge me and I'll prove you wrong. So you think NPO will not come, but NPO might come. So we'll not take that risk. So NPO, let the syllabus come and we'll decide. If NPO comes, then NPO is for 10 marks. Then proportionately from all the other segments, the marks will be reduced. If it doesn't come, then we'll stick on to this syllabus. So from COVID, there was one chapter that was deleted. In the second volume, redemption of debenture, very cranky topic that they deleted, and so far I've never taught. Since 2020, it is not there. That is, since 2020-21 attempt onwards, this was permanently deleted. Then gradually NPO got deleted in the last year, and there's one thing called as tools of financial statement analysis. When this got deleted, small sweet topic but deleted. So this, pray that it should get deleted. This should never come. Pray, I'm telling you. You do homework also at your home, no problem. This, if it comes, will welcome. Nice, both of them are nice sweet chapters. But too many chapters, too much of time, headache for us. So again, pray that even these two should not come. Less topic, less pressure, nicely we can perform. Why do we need to study everything? So this is the outer line structure. Now tell me if you have any doubts. Yes, after I stop the video recording, we have to do war between us to decide what chapters should we start tomorrow. So yeah, that is something which we'll take off the record. But on the record, if you have any doubts, please let me know, or else I'll put an end to the session here. Any queries, please? So if you look at the pattern, it will be a blend of questions, guys. It is not that all are practical questions. It will be a combination of questions. You will get a combination of MCQ questions. You will get a combination of case-based study questions, assertion-based questions, and practical questions. It will be a combination of all 4. So you have to give equal weightage to theory as well as the practical aspect. And you cannot rely on by hearting any format or formula to crack your board examination course. Because I always tell people that if you practice 1,000 questions, always in the board exam, there is 1,001 question being asked. So there is no way you by heart a particular format or formula or question and feel that same thing will come in examination. If that is your thought process, let me tell you, in CBSE, it doesn't work that way. Had you been in 12th matriculation, then that's a different game. Then so much banda build-up is not required. CBSE boys, some level, and you should respect that level. So if you're not conceptually clear, if your why questions is not being answered, you'll have a tough time in the 12th standard. So conceptual understanding right from day one is very, very important. And the preparation, the earlier we start, the earlier it is, better it is. The earlier we start, the better it is. If you're starting the syllabus tomorrow, the target is to complete the entire syllabus by November. So that December, Jan, we can get rolling with our revisions. And for Feb, we can be all set for the board examinations. Questions are quite huge. If you take TS Rival book, 3 huge volumes. Each question is different from one another. The first question, if you compare with the second question, totally different, highly challenging. So right from day one, if you don't practice the revision techniques, what I'm suggesting with you, you'll always have a tough time till the very end. This I'm not trying to, tell to scare you. This has happened with me in the last 3 batch. All the people those have followed the revision technique, what I suggested, right from 11th till CA final. People have given me the feedback. It is working out excellently well for them. On the other hand, those who are juggling between a lot of things, they try to juggle. What happens when you don't have sufficient practice? One will fall. You know what is juggling? You don't know what is juggling? Juggling. That one ball, that 4-5 ball will there, ding, 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 ding. That's called juggling. So if you don't practice well, what will happen? One ball will fall. The focus will go on that ball. What will happen to the remaining balls? Even that will fall. This is what is happening with all the majority of the students. They go focusing on something and rest of the things is totally out of focus. If you are not laying down equal focus on all the subjects, with that knack, you are screwed. You're royally screwed. I'm telling you out of my experience. Either you can listen to my experience now, or listen to your senior's experience, or you can experience yourself. Which is better, you decide. So I'll tell you adequately how you should study. All of that has to be followed. Second, I'll tell you how do you handle the other subjects also in such a way that you don't mess up with the accounting classes. Why? Because often people in between I see, they know that sir will give recorded class. So they'll stay at home and study for tomorrow's exam and they'll not come for accounting class. The accounting class will start piling up. So once your accounting classes or any classes for that matter starts piling up, that burden you will not be in position to handle. So right from day one, your attendance has to be 100% till the very end. Maybe one odd cases if you are unwell, if it's a too much personal emergency, then okay, you can take off, but you have to come to the next class by watching the recorded class, or else you will not get the flow in the next class. In CBSE accountancy, I'm telling you very clearly, every class, every single class, you will have something new to learn. Either the concepts will be new, or the questions that you're going to deal with will be something which is, something which is very brainstorming. So if you miss out that particular class, you will not get the connection in the next class. For that reason only, I'm spending some hefty amount and providing you with the recorded class facility so that you don't have that a missing kind of a feeling. I don't know how many of you feel that when you go for a movie, initial 10-15 minutes introduction is missed. How do you feel? Online people, how do you feel?
They're so bored.
You don't get connected to that movie. Even though you've understood what the movie is, you will feel that sense that something I've missed it. And that restlessness will be there till the very end. I don't know how many of you felt that. If you felt that, raise your hands, all of you. Online people, raise your hands if you felt that. For movie, they're having that feeling. For accountancy, you'll not have that feeling. So one class missed, no problem, so we'll manage. 2 participants raise hands in online only. So nothing of that sort, guys. You have to ensure 100% attendance throughout. And whatever and wherever you're missing the classes, you should ensure that you watch the recorded class and bounce back strong. Whatever doubts you have in your class, you can bindas ask. In our class, there's nothing called as silly doubts. I tell only one single thing. If I take a small pin and prick you, will you bleed or not bleed? Hello, online people? If I take a small pin and prick you, will you bleed or not bleed?
Yes, sir.
You will bleed. If I take a big sword and what will happen? Bleed or not bleed? Sir, holy or pichkari will come, sir. Not that Tamil Nadu pichkari, man. Pichkari in Hindi means that holy wala item. Don't get confused. How does it matter? If I hit you with a small knife and big sword, anyways you have that pain. How does it matter whether the doubt is silly or big? See, in my class, if I find anybody telling that, sir, I have a silly doubt, first 5 minutes I'll roast you. Then I'll solve your doubt. So remove from your mind, there is nothing called a silly. Doubt is doubt. Try to ensure that you have a full concentration in class, because you miss out anything here and there. The next concept is a connecting concept and you'll miss it out. But see, I understand this part that as human being, it is not possible for everyone to have 100% attention throughout 2 hours, because I have myself been a student. However, interesting the class may be, obviously due to some reasons, you tend to have your concentration diverted. So that leakage, I believe it is inbuilt. So by that virtue, if you have missed out something, don't feel hesitant to ask. If you want me to explain one more time, I'll do it. But for that purpose, just because I'm willing to explain, doesn't mean that you'll take me for a ride every time. Hello? Yeah. In certain cases, you feel that you've lost it, sir, please help me. I couldn't follow that. I'm willing to explain certain concepts even 2 times, even thrice. That much assurance I'll give you. Am I clear? Are you getting that comfort? I'm not saying for the namesake. You can ask all the previous years to do. This dialogue I started with even last year and I maintained throughout the year. I do what I promise. Correct, no, Mac? Yes. Any queries, please? Online people, if you have any doubts, being online class, how will I survive, thrive? You can shoot the questions to me.
No, sir.
So I think Ananya, Hariharan, Janani, Sarthi, and few more people who are missing out today. They were with me for online classes since 11th. So guys, all of you are comfortable. I hope that's why you're continuing with me in 12th, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Really.
Superb, superb. So other people who are joining with us for the very first time, you can take this as a confidence. If your friends, if they're continuing with us online from 11th to 12th, then even you can take that assurance that even if you join, if you continue, you'll always have that comfort till the very end. The only thing that I want from online people is that the dedication should be there. The commitment to stick on to the system and watch my classes, that commitment has to be there. Because offline, what happens is I can see, people's face and body language and understand who's off the track. But online people, it is not possible. Right? So you have that onus, you have to take that onus and responsibility that you stay focused in the class and extract from me the maximum possible learning. So if you're a person who has to be mentored and monitored like personally, then online class is not for you. If you feel that you're self-disciplined and you want just a good teacher to handhold you till the very end, then I'll be coming to your rescue. So for the online people, I only have a concern is that you need to be very focused, very dedicated, and you should not be someone who just bypass all this and go through. Am I loud and clear? Saisha, Rishita,
Yes,
Ishita,
sir.
Idika, Aditi, Lakshana, yes. Yes, boss. I'll come to that. Okay, so your paper, guys, you'll have a combination of MCQ questions, case-based studies questions, assessment-based questions, and practical questions. It will be a proper blend, right? So yeah, of course, the test what we'll conduct, that will take care of all the concepts, the classes, everything should be fine. I think whatever I wanted to communicate, I've communicated everything. If you have any specific questions, you can ask me. Certain people have come here for offline today, being Sunday, but otherwise you're attending my online class. Who are those people who are staying very far away? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all. Yeah. So you guys, if you're continuing and attending online, that focus has to be there. Guys, any queries, online people? No queries, huh?
No, sir.
And
No,
that's what
sir.
I'm explaining. I've explained everything. we'll wrap up with the session. So we'll just close the recording and then we'll have a discussion among ourselves that what chapter we're going to begin with first. Okay. So yes, people, online people, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And for all those people, those who are watching the recorded class, so this is the end of the session. I'll see you all in the next class with a new chapter. Until then, bye-bye. See you. Take care.